Hi folks. So Joanne's in the hotel at the moment. She was asleep when I left. It's 9:30 at night, and this is the trams, by the way. This used to be an old disused railway, and when I was roaming the streets around here, and this is where I spent a lot of my homelessness time in Manchester, mostly, although in town centre as well to some degree, but a heck of a lot of time around these streets. And I'm not going to walk there now because I'm really tired now actually. I've started to notice that these days, what with my smoking and everything, this is all really starting to take it out of me one way or another. So I've just walked from the hotel. It's not a million miles away from us, but even just that short walk, I'll tell you, it's really done my, I really feel knackered now. Really feel tired. Anyway, so as I said, I was feeling restless. I was watching TV in the hotel for a little while. Like I say, Joanne's fallen asleep. And of course you're not allowed to smoke in there, so I wanted to come out for a smoke anyway. And as my want at times, I get itchy feet, get restless, and I was just finding it really boring. I couldn't sleep, even though I do feel tired, but I couldn't sleep. So I just decided to have a wander. Oh, and by the way, couldn't find either my dad's grave or my mum's grave. I couldn't find them. I tried, I had a look round and I couldn't find them. So obviously didn't do a video about that. We were wandering around the cemetery and I was checking places out, and I think I got close to where it is, but couldn't pinpoint it, couldn't find it. So either of them, either my dad's or my mum's. So anyway, next time definitely. Right, so like I said, spent a lot of time on these streets, a lot of time, and a lot has changed in those years, a heck of a lot, this being one of the things. Like I say, the old tram system, they've done this over the last few years, and they've really extended it. It's like they've reintroduced the old tram system from years and years ago. I mean, the trams stopped running round about either early 60s, maybe late 50s. The last trams ran in Manchester, I think, something like that. Not sure exactly. I could always Google it, I guess. But it's funny how things come back round, isn't it? So many years later, they decide to reintroduce and reinstate the trams. And like I say, it's quite extensive now. It goes for miles all over Manchester these days, apparently. I mean, this, I think, although I'm not sure, don't quote me on it, but I think this ultimately, not in that direction, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's that direction. It goes to Altrincham, I think. It goes all the way to Altrincham, I think. I think it does. Not entirely sure, to be quite honest with you. I haven't got a clue. Right, okay. So, right, we'll just have a little wander up here. I think I'll walk back down Burton Road. It is raining slightly, it's very light rain, but always conscious that I don't want to get the camera too wet. So I may do another little vlog down Burton Road, just sort of show you, sort of like I say, some of the places I used to walk around and what have you. Lots of different stories that I could tell you, but at the moment completely escaped me. I've been in that pub many times, and that's the other thing as well. It's funny how excuse me, it's funny how some pub names seem to stay the same throughout the years. You know what I mean? Even almost hundreds of years they stay the same name, and then other pubs, they just seem to, well, at least these days anyway, they're constantly, because that wasn't called the I think it says the Green, is it the Green Finch? No, hang on, yeah, I think it says the Green Finch. It definitely wasn't called that when I knew it. I can't remember what it was called now, but it definitely wasn't called that when I knew it. Well, I've just noticed as well, it's got a huge, massive leather armchair out in the garden. I've only just noticed. That's interesting. Yeah, but down that way, Withington, there's another area where I spent a heck of a lot of my time. I know these streets like the back of my hand. I could walk around here blindfolded. Metaphorically perhaps, maybe not literally, because I'll probably bump into a lamppost or something. But you know, I mean, I know these streets like the back of my hand, I really do. You know, I know them so well. And there's some good memories and there's some not so good memories. But yeah, so Withington in that direction, back towards Disbury in that direction, and also Burnage, where obviously Oasis, the Gallagher brothers, come from. This way, again, it's Withington, Fallowfield, and what have you, sort of thing. Let's go and have a look at this big armchair, by the way. I mean, I didn't notice it when I walked past the first time. Go and have a look at this big armchair. Look at this big armchair. I never even noticed that until just now. Wow, look at that. That's pretty awesome, isn't it? That's got to be a giant, hasn't it? Wow, oh, that's what you call a big armchair, isn't it? Wow. Oh my god, hang on, actually, how well is that showing up in this? Because I can't even... Oh right, okay, yeah. Actually, it looks quite... Yeah, you can see it. It's quite dark out here, you see, so sometimes I'm not sure about the... how well this camera's picking up sometimes in the dark. Like I say, a lot of my night vlogs have not always been that brilliant, really, in terms of the quality of the picture. Right, I'm going to leave the vlog here for a minute or two. As I said, this area is a place I spent a lot of time. Not just this bit, like I say, I mean, I'd walk around constantly. Wouldn't be in the same place for any length of time anyway. And down that road and down this one and so on and so on. Right, so I'm going to leave it there for now. Yeah, as I say, I'm going to head down back to Burton Road, and I may do another vlog. I've noticed now there's a blob of rain on the lens, so I'm going to leave it there for now, guys, and I shall catch you guys later. Bye for now. Okay folks, so this is Burton Road. Obviously it's in the dark now, so you can't really get to see much of it in detail necessarily. But anyway, let me just tell you a little story. You see there's a big pub on this corner. I didn't want to film it necessarily, there's a load of people outside the door all drunk and anyway, so I was in that pub one day, and it wasn't called the Metropolitan back then, and it was called something else. And anyway, I was still homeless at the time. And anyway, the thing is that I'd gone in there, bought myself a pint, didn't have only enough for a pint, you know what I mean? So I was in there for a good while, and then this couple come in, and they start, you know, like they put some money on the pool table, start playing pool with each other. So at one point they turned around to me and said like, oh, do you want to go on next, like, you know what I mean? Well, I said, well, I haven't got any money, blah blah blah. They said, oh, it's alright, well, go on. So anyway, I'm playing pool with these missus, right? So there I am, playing pool with this guy's missus, and you know, it was a nice evening, you know what I mean? And you know, they gave me some of their beer and all the rest of it. It was great, it was alright, it was cool. Anyway, you know, I was telling them, oh yeah, I'm homeless, still blah blah blah, this, that and the other. So anyway, what happened then was, we were coming out of there, and they were saying like, oh, do you want some fish and chips, like, you know what I mean, because, you know, presumably homeless, you don't eat much, you know, do you want some fish? Yeah, great, fantastic, you know, I'm not going to pass up the chance of free food, like, do you know what I mean? So anyway, I thought to myself, right, great. So there used to be a chippy just over there. I think it's gone now, it might still be there, but I'm not sure. So anyway, instead of walking in that direction, we started walking down here. So I'm thinking like, have they forgotten? Well, what's going on, like, you know? I know there was another chippy down here, a bit much further down there where that set of green traffic lights is down there. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe they're going to go there. I thought, but that's a bit far, because like the chippy's only there. Anyway, so like I said, I just followed them. Do you know what I mean? They didn't say a word. I just kept on following them, and we walked along. Now back then, this was an old antique shop. This is what this used to be, and there's like a apartment upstairs, right? So I'm following this couple along, and we walk along, and they come to this door here, and then they open up the door, and then they just walked up this set of stairs. There's a set of stairs there that leads up to the flats upstairs, right? So we're walking up that, what's that? And like, they didn't say a word to me. They did not say a dicky bird to me. Do you know what I mean? They didn't say anything. So I'm thinking like, What's going on? So I'm thinking, do I keep following these people or what? So I thought, okay, fair enough, I'll follow them, you know what I mean? Might as well, you know. So anyway, goes up into this flat with these people, right? I've just noticed, is there something on the screen there? I can't tell, because of this rain, I can't see. Look like there's something on my bloody face. Oh, anyway. So, like I said, walked up the stairs with these people, right? And as I'm walking up the stairs, all of a sudden, shut the door behind you. So I thought, right, okay, so they know I'm here. They know I'm still following them, and so I shut the door, goes up the stairs, sit in this living room with them. They broke open a bottle of wine, and then I saw a set of scales. You know, small sort of miniature set of scales, obviously for weighing, you know, drugs. So I'm thinking, oh shit, what have I walked into here? So anyway, just sat there, and then he starts breaking up I think it was a 9 bar, which is a reference to 9 kilogram. Is it kilogram? Or whatever of you know, solid. So I'm thinking, wow. Do you know what I mean? I'm thinking, what the heck? So he starts breaking this up, and then he ends up building a joint, right? So he ends up building this huge, massive joint. So anyway, he lights up this joint, and they're drinking the wine, and he's passing this joint around, and I'm smoking this joint as well. I got absolutely wrecked. Absolutely so wrecked. I fell off the settee I was sitting on. I literally slid off it. I was so stoned. Oh man, that was just amazing. And that was me on the streets, homeless. Do you know what I mean? It's like, do you know, like I said, I've got 100 stories like that. Do you know what I mean? I've got 100 stories like that of things that happened to me whilst I was homeless that you wouldn't believe. Do you know what I mean? That you think you couldn't make this stuff up. Do you know what I mean? It was just, you know, it blew my mind in more ways than one. But it was a great evening. And then, like, they saw how stoned I was, so they said, like, oh, yeah, I'll tell you what, get your head down in here. And it was like just a spare room. There was no bed or anything in it. It was just like this spare room with some stuff in it and what have you. So I just kicked on the floor. At least it was warm and dry, you know what I mean? And like, I just kicked on this floor for the night. And then in the morning, I just got up. Can't remember what. To be quite honest, I can't remember. I don't think they were even awake when I just left. I think. Can't really remember now, but oh, it was so funny when I think about it. Do you know what I mean? But like I said, the thing is, they didn't say a dicky bird to me leaving the pub. They didn't say anything. You know, it's so funny. So funny. Right, okay, so we're coming up to, like I said, this is Burton Road. We're coming up to the corner where Nell Lane is. Now, there used to be a hospital here called Withington Hospital, which is now, they've sort of demolished all the old part of it, mostly. And they've now built this new bit called Withington Community Hospital that I've just discovered tonight as I came round this one corner. So we'll head back in that direction because the hotel's basically in that general direction. So we'll head in that direction. Right, but yeah, so, you know, maybe I'll give you a few more funny stories, you know, especially, you know, areas that I know really well. I shall give you some amazing little stories that happened to me that you'll think to yourself, really? You know what I mean? So I'm going to leave it there for now, guys, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye for now.